Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Desiree and I'm a certified nutrition health coach, and I like to talk about all things health and wellness. In today's video, I want to do a short review and tell you about this book, You Are What You Eat, by Doctor Gillian McKeith, who was, or maybe still is, a doctor in London, but about 20 years ago, she had a TV show called You Are What You Eat. And I loved the show. And it was after watching that I decided to buy this book 20 years ago. I even rebought it one time because I either lost it or moved or something. But this book is absolutely great if you are brand new on a nutrition journey. You want to learn about nutrition. You don't know a lot and you want to learn. This book would be a great start. I'm going to read a couple things out of it to you so that you can see what it's about. When she was only 24 years old, she was dating an American. She was in America for a while, and for her birthday, he took her to like a retreat in New York. And I'm going to read just a piece about what happened once they got there. He told her for her birthday he was taking her to get a macrobiotic lunch for her birthday, and she really didn't know what it was. And I don't think I really knew about that word too much when I was in my 20s either. But here's what happened. They entered a ramshackle hut filled with dozens of people sitting around makeshift folding tables and folding chairs with paper plates and plastic forks. The setting looked more appropriate for a children's tea party, but here were adults of all ages, clearly from all walks of life, some dressed smartly and sophisticated, others casual and relaxed. Was my boyfriend part of some scary cult, I wondered? My parents warned me about things like this before I left Scotland. The program finally commences. The keynote speaker, Elaine Nussbaum, a slight, soft-spoken, slender lady with the most sincere eyes and a strong New York accent, and author of a small underground book titled Recovery, is introduced. She begins to tell her story, and it turns out to be the most profound story of my life. I listen in disbelief first, then awe, and finally inspiration and hope. Elaine was given 2 weeks to live. Every bone in her body had been riddled with cancer, and she could barely walk, talk, breathe, sit, or stand. The hospital sent her home to die. They could do no more for her. On her deathbed, a friend decided to spoon-feed her an esoteric diet called macrobiotic. This incorporated natural vegan foods like brown rice, green vegetables, seeds, seaweeds, beans, and lots of soy or miso soups. Within 1 month, Elaine began to regain strength. Within 2 months, she felt she was no longer ill. She went back to the hospital for tests, and the doctors discovered that her cancer had disappeared in full. They had never seen anything like it, and I had never heard of anything so incredible. So guys, after I read this 20 years ago, is how I've come to understand and do further study and research, which I will share eventually on my channel, as to how when you've hit rock bottom, and you've been to 14, 15, 20 doctors, 10 doctors, and nobody can help you with chronic illness or autoimmune or cancer or whatever it is. In this case, it worked for this woman, but sometimes changing your diet, a lot of time, changing your diet can save your life or heal your condition, or mostly heal your condition. So later in the book, she talks about something. Well, let me say she has great chapters where she does. She gives you somebody's food diary and then how she changed their diet and exercise and then changed their life. There's chapters talking about coffee, fatty foods, sweet foods, alcohol, and dairy products. There's a lot to learn in here. It talks about different parts of the body. If you're experiencing different rashes, pimples, whatever it may be on different parts of the body, like the possible causes, how to deal with it. But there's one chapter which I never knew about before I read it. Again, I read it when I was in my 20s. It was about food combining. Talking about group 1 is proteins, group 2 is carbohydrates, group 3 is salads, non-starchy vegetables, root vegetables, herbs, seeds, and seed oils, and group 4 is fruit. And either eating or not eating these certain groups together to help you deal with your digestion, your gas, weight loss. And then I realized with my own self by testing this out that it actually works. Like maybe don't eat all 3 or 4 food groups together. And check it out. There's a chapter on it. And last thing I want to say is that there's a huge list of what she calls the abundant list of all the things you want to put into your diet in your life. And of course, what to avoid, a nutrition plan to follow, how to decorate your plate, food temperatures, chewing slowly, and it goes on and on. If you can get this book at your local library, I know they still sell it on Amazon. You Are What You Eat, Dr. Gillian McKeith. There she is. Absolutely awesome book. Okay, guys, thanks for joining me today. Bye-bye.